Learning ASL, an interview with Brian Steinhoff.
Right, right. Also, I'd like to add ASL classes have become popular as well in the past few years. American Sign Language classes, and people are more interested in it. So, anytime I go to any sort of grocery store, to the mall, or whatever it is, whenever I go to communicate with someone at any point, to my surprise, there are people who actually know some basic sign, and that makes my experience better. Let me give you an example. I'm a coffee person, have to admit, and so if I go somewhere locally, or if I go to Starbucks, or wherever I'm at, whatever's close to me at the moment, I come in and I'll start signing just to see who knows sign. And some people don't understand my sign. And then I kind of say, well, I want an Americano, and, I want it with 2% milk, with a tad of sugar, and people will understand me. So sometimes I'll ask the person, I'm like, so how do you know sign? And the person, the employee, right, they said, well, we took a sign language class. And so, we shared it with some of the other employees as well. So I think that's very cool, that they know at least a basic sign to communicate. Obviously, I'm not expecting everyone to be fluent in American Sign Language. No, of course not. But the most important thing to me is just to understand that they, understand the basics of sign language and deaf culture. So that's good. Honestly, there's no specific timeline. I think it just depends on your motivation. If you're really into it, and this is what you want to do, I think in general, maybe to understand the basics, like for example, the ABCs, just having basic communication can take maybe under 1 year, maybe less than a year. But if you're actually socializing with deaf people, or meeting them one-on-one, and you're doing this on a weekly basis, obviously it'll be sooner. But also, I'd like to add that if you're actually learning and you want to then eventually become an interpreter, then that can roughly take maybe 5 to 7 years, to become fluent, to then become an interpreter. But the answer to the question is, I would say for basic communication, I would say maybe a year just to have a basic conversation.